Hello, everyone. For those that don't know me, I have a background in competitive chess, and I really feel like competitive chess has given me an edge in trading because as traders, we have to be able to make very fast decisions with limited amount of information, and you have to feel as though no matter what happens, you can recover from any scenario. So for today's video, I want to show the connection between how you analyze charts and also how playing speed chess helps develop your decision making and gives you the mindset to be a better trader. So when it comes to analyzing charts, everything should be objective. It should be very straight to the point where you're looking for overbought scenarios, oversold scenarios, supply, demand, resistance, support, and whatever strategy you use should be entirely objective. So when it comes to trading and you're doing your analysis, you shouldn't be like, okay, well, you know what? I really think this is going to happen, or I really feel like this is going to happen, because if you do that, then you most likely are just, guessing. When you become a professional trader, it's really about looking at the chart and knowing, okay, you know what? This is the decision I'm going to make because this is what the chart is telling me. And that's what I'm going to go for better or worse. That same thought process is exactly what plays out when you play a game of chess. So for today, we're actually going to play some games of chess, and we'll go back and forth between playing chess and analyzing charts, just so you guys can see how close that connection is with the mindset of playing speed chess and analyzing charts. So let's get into it. So I prefer to play chess on chesstempo.com compared to chess.com. I like this platform much better. It's easy for me to navigate and use, and I like that it's just a much simpler format. So let's play some speed chess. So I play 10 seconds plus 1 second increment. I play 1 minute games as well. So I'm a big believer in speed chess because with speed chess, you have to rely on what you know, and you have to be committed to whatever strategy you use. Most of the time, you have to use pre-move so that you don't run out of time. So you have to anticipate your opponent's move. This is a skill that you also use when it comes to trading and analyzing charts. Unless you can predict the future, you don't know what's going to happen next. So you have to trust your instincts, you have to trust what you see, and make your decisions accordingly. So you can see here, this right here is my name, Jeremy_Dancer. So for anybody watching this video, if you want to play me, you can play me on chesstempo.com. I'm pretty much here all the time, and it's really easy to find me because there's not that many people playing. Right now it's 10:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US, so it's not as active as in comparison to during the day, but there's still plenty of people that play. So since I've been waiting for a while, I'll try this guy right here for 2 minutes. It's a little bit longer than I'm used to, but it's still a pretty quick game. So as you can see here, this is going to be a very fast pace, and because I normally play 10 seconds with 1 second increment, I'm going to really give this guy a run for his money because he probably plays a lot slower. So you can see here, I'm already doing pre-moves, And what we're going to do is we're going to build up a lot of time, which is going to give me more time to think when the game gets more critical. So we can see he's trying to do some stuff, but when you play these quick games, you don't have to be too picky about the position itself, because you can pretty much recover from anything. And I think what's going to eventually happen, especially with this guy, is I think he's going to probably run out of time because he's thinking too much. Now, this happens a lot with traders when it comes to analyzing charts. Sometimes people get wrapped up in their heads, they start overthinking the positions, and then they can't make a decision or find a trade to make. And they're just too busy focused on the best move and the best trade to make. But what you learn over time is it's not always about making the best moves or even the best trades. It's about just trusting your instincts, going with the flow of things, and you'll be surprised just how lucky you get when you play. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm not really worried about playing down in material because, like I said, I think this guy's going to eventually fold. But this time control isn't really the best for me for how I play, but let's see how everything goes. We want to make sure we avoid any sticky situations. And of course, in this case, he pretty much already has me beat. So this is, his game to win. And we'll see what happens if he can maintain this advantage. At this point, all I have to do is just avoid any draws. And we'll see what happens. So in a case like this, he has to find a way to win, not just play to not lose. And this also happens too a lot of times in trading. Sometimes, especially if you've been having a lot of losses, you get so wrapped up in, okay, you know what, I need to make sure that I just don't lose. And then you stop looking for those trades that's going to really set you up. All right, so now we're kind of in a sticky situation, so let's see if he can finish me off, or if he's just going to psych himself out. Let's see. I think that was the wrong move. All right, I got a sacrifice. He came up with a good move. So there we go. So this is an interesting game, right? So I was dead lost in this game. I'm not gonna even lie, but I managed to get a stalemate because I have no other places to move to. And you see, this is how life works, right? So he was so wrapped up in trying to play good chess that he just wasn't looking for ways to win. And this should have been an easy win for him. If we look back a little bit, if we go back here and we just kind of do a little bit of analysis, I mean, he found a great setup, right? Now, if he was playing to win, right, instead of going there, he could have had an easy win just by going there, right? I'm stuck to the second and first rank. I would be forced to go down or probably over. He can do something like this. I can't go here, can't go there, can't go up. I'm forced to go down, and that would have been an easy mate. So he missed an easy win because he's just, I don't know, he's just getting psyched out. And that happens to so many of us. But, obviously for me in this game, I'm happy with a draw. Anything's better than losing. But let's try and see if we can get some games in my time control. So since things is kind of slow, let's try some 1 minute games and 10-second, 1 second increments. All right, so while we're waiting for a game, let's move over to um, a chart. Let's do some analysis, especially why things is slow. And let's look at gold. All right, so when I'm looking at this chart, I'm not, trying to guess what's going to happen. I'm looking at, okay, we have resistance around this area here, which is around 1929, we'll just say 1930. Every time gold tried to push above 1930, the price was rejected. At the same time, when gold tried to break below the support zone of 1918, that was also rejected. So we can see that gold is falling into a ranging pattern, and it's going to probably take some news on the US dollar to break this ranging condition. If we look at the Forex calendar, we can see that there's nothing for Sunday, Monday, or even Tuesday. So my guess is gold will probably break that ranging area on Wednesday morning when we have some CPI news on the US dollar. So these are things that I kind of take into consideration when it comes to the trades I make. So if I understand that gold is in a ranging condition, then you can pretty much buy and sell at the same time. Now, in this situation, because we are close to the support zone, I'd probably hold off a little bit on selling, just because we're at the, we're very close to the support zone. But, you can definitely buy here. And then once the price gets around, this area, then you can sell. And as long as gold stays within this resistance and support line, then we can just play it that way. We can shoot for 50 pip targets in both directions, and it's a pretty easy way to trade. So if you have a robot that can do that for you, even better. Right now, I have a robot that's doing this for me, and I'm actually in the middle of a 5K challenge with the funded trader. So we can look and see here. Let me just refresh this. So this right here is phase 1 of the funded trader 5K account, and I have my robot that's doing this. So you can see my robot is buying and selling for me, and it's managing all of this for me. So, while I'm playing chess and doing all kinds of things throughout the day, my robot is working hard for me. All right, so I definitely recommend using setting up an account on mql5.com so that you can manage or monitor your trades. And this gives you a lot of other criteria that you can look for. So I like checking the risk. So I don't necessarily follow the drawdown that I see here. I follow the drawdown that I see here because this tells me everything that I need to know. So you can see here, well, this is the deposit drawdown, and this right here is the actual drawdown. So for the most part, my drawdown stays way under 1%. I did have a close call on the 6th of September, where the daily drawdown is 5%. So I pushed it just a little too hard on this day, and I had to give back some profit. But as you can see, my robot does amazingly well. 0.40% drawdown, 0.77, okay, 1.03, and then I pushed a little too hard, and I was forced to manually close, and then 0.68, and now you can see my drawdown is extremely low. The win-loss ratio is also very good, and everything is managed very well. All right, so that's that one. So let's look at another currency pair. Let's see if we can find anything that's trending. So this is another interesting situation right here. So you can kind of see with this currency pair, and then let's duplicate. All right, so the British pound US dollar, for the most part, has been consolidating in this area. It had a brief period where it was able to break that because the US dollar was struggling for a minute. And then the US dollar, of course, always rebounds. And then these gains were rejected. So when I look at this, I see the British pound above 1.25, 130 is not sustainable at the current moment. We're also looking at the 1 hour time frame. So we are looking at a pretty long time frame. And we can see that most likely the British pound is going to fall, and it'll be up to what happens on Wednesday. All right, so now we have a new challenger. So let's try this guy. If I had to guess, this person's probably Russian. And this is a 1 minute game. So as you can kind of see, I'm using pre-move basically on all my moves. I pretty much know where I want to go. And this is just kind of how you have to be as a trader as well. You're not getting too caught up or wrapped up into all the nitpicky small things. You're trusting your instincts. You're quickly assessing the position, and you're making your decisions. And whatever decisions you make, you just follow through with it. So if you're going to bluff somebody, if you're going to push somebody, make sure you push hard, so they feel the pressure. It's amazing when you play people. Sometimes you can kind of tell that you're going to lose a game simply because the person you're playing against, they just have this desire not to lose. And sometimes you just give up some material. But chess is such a fascinating sport because it's a game of personality as well. And now he's just being reckless for no reason, but he's probably panicking because of time. So, and I tell you, so many people lose games because they're looking for those perfect positions, those perfect setups, those perfect moves, those perfect trades, and so many people lose. I mean, this guy lost by nearly 28 seconds. He also lost on the board as well. So the moral of the story is, sometimes you just have to go for it. And it's the same thing with trading. Sometimes you just have to be able to take those losses and learn from them and grow from them. All right, so let's see if we can find at least one more person. Let me change my criteria a little bit. I don't like playing people that are rated too low. So yeah, so if you want to play me, make sure your rating is at least 1750. All right, but real quick, let's just kind of let's just finish looking at the British pound US dollar. So we have this massive supply zone right here. We don't see much demand in terms of the candles. So this is telling me that the British pound US dollar is going to eventually fall. You know, we don't really have to even use indicators to see this. We can just trade based off of the candles. Now, when we add the indicators, we can see the bullish momentum is going down. Looks like the bearish momentum is going down a little bit as well. The CCI, this measures bullish momentum. You know, so it's struggling to get past this area. So we can pretty much see, you know, the British pound against the US dollar doesn't really have much bullish strength to keep moving. Even though we have this small green candle, you know, it's not looking sustainable. If we look at it on the 15-minute time frame, you know, we can see, yeah, we can see there's already a red candle forming. So I would imagine, I think this is going to fall sooner than later, or it's just going to wait until Wednesday. And as long as the US has good news, I am predicting the British pound and the Euro US dollar will fall. So, you know, a trader's mind and a chess mindset are very closely linked together. When you trade, be objective, look at what you see on the charts, and trade based off of what you see, not off of what you're guessing or what you think might happen. Trust your instincts. Sometimes your instincts are going to tell you, hey, you know what? Sit this one out. If you have a gut feeling that's saying that, sit it out. And it's the same thing when it comes to playing chess. You know, quickly assess the position, make your decisions, and be committed to them. The same thing when it comes to trading. All right, so that's pretty much all I have for us today. And looks like the market is pretty, or at least on chess tempo, things is pretty quiet. I was happy we were able to get a couple of games in at least. So thank you for checking out this video. Thanks to each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel. If you haven't, please do so. I have all types of good stuff. I think that helps everyone, whether it's law of attraction videos, affirmation videos, background music, trading videos, and I plan to do more chess videos as well. So I look forward to meeting some of you guys. Please ask questions, comment, and hit me up if you want to get to know me more. All right, have a great day, everyone, and I hope everyone is doing well. Take care.